played a game last week. It's the U.S. citizenship test, and whoever finished last had to be deported. That was the original rule. Mm-hmm. But instead of sending somebody back...
But deported, we're from here.
Yeah, who cares? Okay. We were just going to send them to some... We're spin the wheel, whatever country it landed on.
Random country?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Eddie lost, and so as punishment, he has to do a report on an American president. And we picked Martin Van Buren because that was some answer Eddie gave randomly at one of the questions.
I did?
Yeah, that's how we got there, buddy.
I don't know much about this guy. Well, now I do, but I didn't.
So Eddie's going to go up to the front of the class. We have a microphone. He's going to deliver his presentation. So Eddie, make your way up.
Okay.
Here's some teacher learning music. We also have a teacher on the phone we're going to get to in 1 second as well. Please welcome to the stage our producer, Eddie. He's got, how many pages is that, buddy?
Well, you said 3 pages, and I think the parameters were 12 font, double-spaced, 3 pages.
And on the phone right now is Stacy in Colorado. Stacy, were you a teacher?
Yes, I was a teacher.
For how long?
That's correct. 18 to 20 years. I've worked with kids most of my life from being a teenager on, but I was a teater for about 18 years.
Wow.
Sounds good to me.
Wow.
What
Sounds
about
like
a 44-year-old that's writing a paper?
Well, he only has to write it like a 6th grader, though, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so Stacy, what we're going to do is we're going to have you listen to Eddie's report, and we'd like for you to grade it. And then she already has your paper.
Oh, my goodness.
And she's graded that as well. Okay?
Let me say, dude, there was a lot of spell check stuff on that paper when I saved it. So I didn't really proofread. I mean, I kind of wrote it.
And your grade will be reflective of
This
that.
is not good. Okay. I thought I was just going to turn into you, and you were going to be like, that's fine. Thank you.
How would you want that done to your kids? Just to be like, that's fine, thank you?
I'm not a kid. I'm 44 years old. I'm a dad. I have 4 kids, and here I am. Dude, this has been so dumb, sitting in my office, writing a report about a president that died like hundreds of years ago.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel smarter?
Hundreds.
No.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
1700, right?
And now, here is Eddie.
Yeah,
How long is the
1782.
presentation? Did we tell him? Like 2 or 3 minutes?
Oh,
Something?
I don't even know what number
So
of president
calm.
he was.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you.
Eddie, please tell us, and welcome. Talk about Martin Van Buren.
Okay, here we go. Martin Van Buren, the man, the president, and the butt of the joke. Martin was born December 5th, 1782 in Kinderhook, New York. Now, he was the son of a farmer. He was also the son of a man that ran a pub. So this is where Martin Van Buren learned most of his politics. This pub was a place where a lot of politicians would come in and talk about politics. So Martin would serve drinks and be like, ooh, interesting. Then Martin, he made his way into the state senate, then eventually the federal national senate, I don't think it's called U.S. Senate, and then he became the governor of New York, and then he said, you know what, I'm going to be president of the United States. He is the inventor of the political machine, which is still used today, which is a way to get votes. You go and you tell people that they now work for you, or you give them money and they go recruit votes for you. And that's kind of what campaigning is today. And Martin Van Buren started that, which is really cool. This is crazy. Martin Van Buren married his cousin's daughter. So
Second cousin.
Second cousin.
Technically, yeah, married his second cousin, which is crazy. Then Martin Van Buren's wife died before he was elected into office, so he didn't have a first lady. So his daughter-in-law became the first lady. Now, Martin Van Buren was...
His daughter-in-law?
Mm-hmm.
So his son's wife?
That's right.
Was it romantic?
No. They didn't do any of that.
Oh,
she
she
just
did
did the
the
duties.
Got it, go ahead.
Yeah. So Martin Van Buren wasn't the best president, though. And really not his fault. He was going in, already taking the place of what Andrew Jackson had already done, which Andrew was one of his buddies. But Andrew had messed up the financial system. I mean, it was the worst depression, financial crash ever. Van Buren stepped into it, had nothing to do with it, but everyone said, this guy's terrible. They nicknamed him Martin Van Ruin.
Aww.
Isn't that crazy? So he tried to run again. That didn't work. He lost. And that was pretty much it for Martin. But he wasn't the best president. He was the 8th president of the United States, but really not known as one of the best presidents ever. And this is fun fact. The word okay kind of started with Martin Van Buren. He made it famous because his campaign, he was Old Kinderhook, which is where he was from. So people would say, okay. So when you say, hey, how you feeling? I'm okay. That's because of Martin Van Buren. Thank you guys so much for
Is it
listening to my
though?
He
report.
was the 8th president. It didn't. Yeah. Okay. It didn't feel like that's where it started. But,
Yeah,
No.
He made it famous.
But okay. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he really did.
Just the two letters, but you
okay.
could say Oklahoma made
Oh,
it. The
okay.
state. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
He was the 8th president. You said?
8th president of the United States.
Wait,
I did learn some stuff there.
Thank you.
Hi, Stacy. Back on the line,
Hi.
Stacy, our teacher. She was a teacher for 18 years. First of all, how would you grade his performance? I guess it's not a performance. His presentation of Martin Van Buren on the life of a former president.
I will say I feel like the presentation of it was better than me actually reading the report. So
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the full package coming through with this report. But hey, Eddie, they got rid of the 2 spaces after the period probably back before I was in college, which was a long time ago.
Deduction.
So,
Yep,
only
deduction.
1 space now.
Well, Alice, last time I wrote a paper was a long, long time ago.
Yeah, I got you.
So I'm in the old rules of writing papers.
oh, I mean,
That's
honestly.
not how rules work, but okay.
Okay.
So, Stacy, what would you grade Eddie on his paper when you read his paper?
When I read his paper, I gave him a solid B. It had a lot of valuable information, but I will say as a teacher, using phrases like butt of the joke and another phrase on here that I
I know
don't
which
even
one
think
it
I can
is.
say on the radio.
Go ahead and say it. We'll bleep it if we need to.
Okay. I got to find it real
He's a
fast.
bull BSer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Eddie, you wrote the word
that was
BS?
it.
Yeah, I
With
mean,
the S word?
there was really no other way to explain what kind of dude he was. He was a BSer.
Some guy that didn't tell the truth?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's a way.
No, BSer. But I wrote it all out.
Bullshitting.
Okay,
still
okay.
was-
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have accepted a kid writing that? No. Okay. And what would you grade Eddie's presentation?
The presentation I would give a solid A-. That was really well presented.
Well, he cursed. And this is like paper after dark. That's what you did.
Hey, dude,
Dirty words.
Van Buren was like, that's just the kind of guy he was. So I wanted to kind of represent that in my presentation.
Would bud of a joke be accepted?
No, I would just say he was made fun of a lot.
Oh, because I think
It's not butt of the joke.
It's either they mean the same thing, so I'm just thinking a way around it. Like
Then I'd
you
have been
could-
like, that's. I would thought Bud was wrong actually, but I'd been
Yeah.
wrong because.
That's
Well,
what I
Eddie, you
thought.
passed. Thank you for teaching us about Martin Van Buren.
Hey, dude, that's better than I got in school. Those grades. I never got a B on a paper. You
Should
kidding
curse
me?
more in papers.
I should have.
Stacy, thank you for your help. We really appreciate it.
You're so welcome.
Hope you have an awesome day.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Okay, there she is.
Okay.
Oh, Kinderhook.
Martin
Oh,
Van
Kinderhook.
Buren.
It's about